In the meantime, the Knights of Seros have been dispatched to find Archbishop Rhea, who remains missing despite their searching. Left unattended, the monastery at Garreg-Mach has fallen to ruin and become a haven for thieves.
Je vois, du coup en fait il va falloir récupérer les zones petit à petit. J'imagine que pour ça il faut jouer en ligne.
It smells of blood. What the? Intruders! Protect the goods! Shall we go rat hunting?
Ouais mais attends, c'est gentil mais je vais pas y aller avec une épée suprême quoi.
What's my strategy?
Et ça c'est pas logique, mon escouade est encore avec moi. Ils auraient dû bloquer les escouades au moins pour ce combat, vu qu'on est censé être que deux.
See you in the eternal flames.
I must lead them well. Watch and learn.
C'est quoi la condition de victoire? Vaincre le boss. Bon Dimitri, toi tu passes à là, et moi je passe de l'autre côté. On se rejoint pas loin du milieu.
Atone for your sins.
Predictable. Here is something to believe in. All is going to plan. There.
Putain, ces esquives qui nous pose le gamin. Dimitri, tu as bien grandi.
His Highness and Professor? We...
H. Oh, comme il est beau. Oh. Annette!
We'll help out from here.
Why?
At your service. I don't expect forgiveness.
Putain, merci, elle a coupé ses cheveux? Non, mais c'est pas possible. Vous lui avez coupé les cheveux, sérieux? Oh, comment avez-vous osé, quoi? Bon, d'accord, ça lui va bien, mais non.
I'm your girl.
My orders?
Puis pourquoi vous m'avez foutu Gilbert dans les pattes? Il faisait même pas partie de mon équipe, quoi. Putain, H c'est devenu un mec, v'là quoi. Bestie quoi.
Watch and learn.
Ah ouais non mais...
Making strides.
Ah pam pam, c'est devenu un bonhomme hein.
Eventually, I too will fall. It's time.
Putain non, ils ont coupé les cheveux de Mercedes quoi. Dis-moi qui a osé faire ça.
I must steel myself. We promised 5 years ago we'd meet, here and now.
Dis-moi Guigui. Bon au moins il a de la défense. Ah bah j'imagine que... y a des gens qui vont arriver de ce côté. Putain il y a un coffre. Non. J'aimerais que tu meurs. Donc fais-moi le plaisir de mourir. Merci.
Can't afford to lose.
Ce serait con quand même de mourir contre un brigand alors qu'on a tué une armée entière. Quoi. Est-ce qu'il faut que j'aille de l'autre côté de la map pour leur parler?
You were unprepared.
Planning is key.
Tu t'es raté. Oh!
The monastery has become a nest of thieves.
Professor. After all. But first things first. Let's defeat these thieves.
Pareil, putain, ils ont coupé les cheveux d'Ingrid, quoi.
I'll lend a hand. We'll catch up later.
Listen up. We must end.
Ah non, il faut qu'on se réunisse pour parler. Professeur!
I'll cut through.
What's the plan?
Ready when you are.
Ouais, on était dans un petit truc sympa et j'ai fouillé les poubelles et j'ai trouvé l'épée d'Achia la maudite, comme ça, là, qui traînait. Je me suis dit que, quitte à être là, autant la récupérer, quoi.
Next try. I can do no less.
Qu'est-ce que t'as bien vieilli, ma petite.
Onward.
On my honor as a knight.
Let's do this right.
Ah! J'ai reçu une pichenette.
Is that it?
Est-ce que quelqu'un aurait vu mon javelot?
I need to put. Now. You can't defeat us.
This'll take some strategy.
Is that it? There are openings to the north and south. We'll split into two.
Ça fait bien longtemps qu'on est séparés, mon gars. Hein.
It was the only way.
Just like that. I aim for greatness. Getting to see you and everyone else again makes having to leave my family feel less difficult.
One to remember.
Putain, Félix est tellement devenu un beau gosse, quoi.
Not bad at
Tellement il va être beau en Dark Sasuke. Ah non, non, mais voilà, quoi. Ouais, s'il y a d'autres coffres, faut les ramasser à coup sûr, hein. Y a même pas moyen de les laisser passer, hein.
I disposed of doubt long ago. All for Fargus.
Oh, un écu anti-magie. Ah, parfait. Notre petit prince charmant, là, il est faible anti-magie.
Is that it?
my friends. Long time no see, Professor. Thank you.
Vous m'excusez, je passe devant.
Another victory.
Des clés de port, tout ça. Au revoir.
My duty is your death.
Merde. Ça va faire mal ça. Excuse-moi, tu vois pas qu'on voulait voir notre professeur?
You fought well.
13. Critique 40. Oh. J'aime bien, il y a Doué et...
Allow me to demonstrate. All is going to plan.
I'll have to be clever. Shot.
Too slow.
Excusez-moi, faut que j'aille parler à mon Dark Sasuke d'amour. Du coup, j'ai pas trop le temps avec vos conneries. Je vais laisser d'autres personnes s'en occuper. Annette, y a ton papa qui a besoin de toi. Papa!
I'm sorry.
Désolé. La magie a vaincu Voldo. On va d'abord s'occuper de l'archer.
It is done. Onward.
All talk and no action.
C'est l'heure d'ouvrir les portes, de démonter des coffres.
What about this? Will this make a difference?
Attends, je vais m'approcher un peu des lanteaux.
I'm glad we could meet again, Professor. It'll be...
C'est ça que j'ai toujours aimé chez H. J'ai toujours pu compter sur lui.
Wow, thanks.
Allô! Ah, ils avaient tous un point de vie en moins, et c'était important qu'on les soigne. Il y a 47 de dégâts. Là. Ça me fait bizarre qu'il n'y ait pas eu doué encore.
Professor.
Ça va mon gars sûr?
Fancy meeting you here. A welcome surprise.
Dimitri, ce que vous comptez faire est une erreur. Mais je m'en fous. Je m'en fous. De tout. Je veux que les filles elles grimpent à mon cou.
It isn't looking good for us. Should we retreat? You didn't plan on letting him get away, did you?
Si, bien sûr. Bien sûr qu'on compte les laisser partir. C'est bien dans notre genre. C'est un peu vexant que tu poses ce genre de questions, Dimitri. Par contre, maintenant, je m'en veux un petit peu.
Wasting effort.
Je me dis que ça aurait été pas mal d'ouvrir les portes. J'avais pas de quoi ouvrir les portes, hein. Attendez, je suis avec mon gars sûr devant la porte. Vous croyez que vous allez passer? Et ouais. Dark Sasuke qui mène le combat, les gars. Même pas vous passer, hein. Putain, H c'est quand même devenu un beau gosse, hein.
This had better work.
One to remember.
Tu m'as blessé devant mon gars sûr. Tiens, Dark Sasuke. Je pouvais pas te laisser avec des points de vie en moins. Merci. Merci.
Well done.
I'm just not there yet.
I thought it would be easy money. Maybe it wasn't meant to be.
Your Highness! Professor! I'm so glad you're both safe.
Putain, vous êtes si beaux, les gars. Oh, comment ils sont trop beaux maintenant. Regardez Ash, quoi. Ah, c'est un chanteur de K-pop maintenant, Ash, quoi. Oh, et regardez mon beau gosse Félix à côté, sur la gauche. Oh, c'est mon Dark Sasuke. Salut Chichi, Chichi, là. T'as vu comment ils sont beaux maintenant?
Why are you here?
Tous sauf Dimitri, hein, qui a pris un coup de vieux.
Did you forget? We all made a promise on this very day 5 years ago.
Dimitri, weren't you the one who asked that we all meet up here? Don't be silly. Of course you remember our promise. That's why you and the professor are here, right?
Your Highness, I have been following news of your whereabouts for a while now.
T'as réussi à avoir tout ce que tu voulais?
I believe to have finally found you.
Do not call me that. I am not a prince, but a walking corpse.
That is what we all believed, but it is not so. I can see with my own eyes that you are alive, Your Highness. But the jail cells in Ferdiad are as solid as they come. How did you manage to...
do? He's dead. He died in my place.
I see. We will be sure to honor his loyalty, Your Highness. As for the state of the kingdom, the lords from the western regions have declared their fealty to the Empire, starting with House Rowe. Cornelia's band of traitors now refers to kingdom territory as the Fargus Dukedom. They've made Ferdiad their stronghold as they continue to invade the eastern region. She is a mage who has served the royal family for more than 20 years. There is much to tell you. I will explain everything in time.
Well, it's not like all of the kingdom's lords have sided with the Empire. There are plenty of houses, like mine and Felix's, that remain stubbornly opposed.
Your Highness, please allow us to take up arms at your side once more. What we need more than anything isn't soldiers, money, or supplies. We need the legitimate heir of Fargus to overthrow the Empire and reclaim the kingdom. Such is your duty. It is yours alone to bear, and well worth fighting for.
I see. So, you all agree that we must fight back. And you see how that woman, how the Empire cannot be forgiven. That we must wipe them all out until not a single one of them remains.
Wipe them all out? I don't think any of us here are suggesting anything that extreme.
Professor, there is something I would like to ask you. Please, join me inside the monastery. To think you survived under all that rubble for the past 5 years. I suppose stranger things have happened. Odd is, there is still much I would like to ask you, but I think that's enough for now. On that day 5 years ago, during the battle with the Imperial Army, Lady Rhea went missing. Since then, the Knights of Seros have continued searching for her. And for you, I hear they have yet to find any promising leads. As the Empire has yet to release a statement, it's hard to imagine that she has perished. And yet... Now, once news of your survival gets out, everyone will flock back to the monastery. After that battle, a certain incident took place in Ferdiad. Rufus, who was serving as King Regent, was murdered. I was once a knight in service of the royal family. I resigned from the Knights of Seros and returned to serve the kingdom. However... This is madness. You truly claim that His Highness is the one who killed Rufus?
Oh, but it's true. The only one who could slip past the
Elle est tellement méchante.
so efficiently is the young prince. You can't deny it.
Regardez ses yeux, quoi. Rien que ses yeux.
Rufus is Prince Dimitri's uncle.
Évitez sa poitrine.
His Highness is incapable of such an atrocious crime as murdering his own blood.
Ah, but they were never very close, were they? It's a well-known fact among former retainers. There are even rumors that Rufus was originally involved in the tragedy of Dusker. Perhaps His Highness believed those rumors and murdered Rufus in a fit of rage. But I'm afraid none of that matters now.
Cornelia, do not tell me that you...
The decision has been made. His Highness will pay for his crime with his head. His sentence will be carried out the day after tomorrow. On that day, the royal bloodline will come to an end. All you have left to do is sit back and watch, you senile old fool. Watch as the kingdom...
It was soon after announced that his sentence had been carried out. With His Highness's death, the royal bloodline of House Blythed was erased from this. True to her word, all we could do was watch as she... Since the execution and the prince's corpse were concealed from the public, there have always... As for myself, I only began to hope 3 years ago, when I chanced upon some compelling rumors. An Imperial platoon attacked without warning. Incident after incident of Imperial generals being slaughtered in Kingdom territory. It is said that each died in such a brutal, gruesome way that I followed the rumors to location after location. Eventually, I had seen enough. Finally, after a half-decade of torment, it happened. I fear his deep hatred and the weight of his solitude. We must bring him back from the edge on which he stands. To that end, I must speak with His Highness. I imagine it will not be a quick or easy conversation. I pray that he is of a mind to speak of such things. I am certain that my word... I would wager that you are weary after the day's events. Perhaps you should take this opportunity to get some rest.
Part 2. Azure Moon. Guardian Moon. The Delusional Prince. Prince Dimitri and the remnants of the royal army join with the remaining Knights of Seros to form a revitalized kingdom army. Using Garreg Mach as their base of operations, they rise to action against the Empire.
So you were alive after all.
Ah ouais, vous êtes tous revenus en courant quand même.
My brother and I were worried.
Thank the goddess.
Toi, t'as pas vieilli?
Bear the thought of letting Gerald die.
Guess you lucked out.
Elle non plus.
We've been looking everywhere.
Elle non plus.
Everyone was real.
Lui, par contre, il a bien vieilli. C'est un adulte maintenant.
Gilbert has told us
Enfin, un gamin, mais...
from here on, our strength does my heart well to see that all of you are safe. Now that we have all gathered, let's discuss our next course of action.
We have two objectives: to overthrow the Empire and to rescue Rhea. I have no objection to joining forces with you. After all, our interests are aligned.
Nothing could be more reassuring than securing the cooperation of the Knights of Seros.
The Archbishop entrusted all of her affairs to you. From now on, I shall comply with your wishes.
T'aurais dû te prendre un truc en rentrant.
We'll make Garrick Mok our base, and prepare to make our stand against the Empire. There is a fair amount of damage, but we will at least have shelter from the...
Surely those Imperial jerks have this place staked out, right? It's a highly strategic location.
While it may be a strategic location, it's too far from the front lines to be worthy of notice at the moment. This area is inconvenient as far as transport time is concerned, so it's of little importance to their war effort.
Even so, nothing slips past the Emperor. It is safe to assume she at least has this place under surveillance.
Professor, what do you think about making this place our base? Fortunately, there are still villages and hamlets nearby, and though I wouldn't call them abundant, we have war funds as well. What do you think, Your Highness?
Massacré.
Please.
Tué.
Hey, don't act like this doesn't concern you. We finally reunited after all this time.
Annette, comment elle est mignonne maintenant.
She's right. In fact, why don't we all join forces and clean this place up a bit?
Oh yeah, that's a great idea. And it'll give us time to reminisce about all the good old days at the Academy. I can't wait.
How carefree of you.
It may sound trivial, but, well, I think it's a good idea.
I understand feeling impatient, Your Highness, but patience is key at a time like this. If we fix up our base, it will improve morale, which will be sorely needed as we...
Fools. Stay out of this.
Please, calm yourself, Your Highness.
My enemies say the same.
What happened to him? It's like he's a completely different person.
I feel so bad for him. Would it help if I brewed him a nice pot of tea?
Ouais, bien sûr, ça devrait l'aider.
I cannot claim to understand how he feels. However, the way he's behaving, it's as though he's being haunted by some unseen force. As am I.
Ah, bien sûr qu'on accepte.
Thanks for your help out there. Battles tend to go smoother with you around. It may be unwise to think this way on the battle, but I feel I can trust your commands without question. Don't we all? But, judging by the results of our recent battles, you're clearly good at this. I've also noticed that you've been putting me in more precarious situations lately. Almost like you know I won't question your orders. Huh! I'm glad you trust me to get the job done, but I knew you were doing it on purpose. You're in a very important position now that you're leading the charge again. Funny to think you used to just teach at the Officers Academy. Your old students still call you Professor. That's no title for the commander of an army. You'll always be their professor, huh? You sure are an interesting one. My people lost the war, and I was left to wander Fodlan alone. But I guess meeting you was my prize. You look confused.
Je veux pas être méchant, mais t'es aussi mon élève, hein.
I was living in my homeland of Dagda, up until the Imperial Army destroyed it 10 years ago. But being a mercenary, I have no real allegiance. That's why I'm working here now. Don't worry, though. I don't plan to turn on you.
Merci. Je m'en inquiétais pas jusqu'à présent. Maintenant, un peu quand même.
That hurts. Ah, Professor. Thanks for stopping by. It's not bad. I was even told I'd be cleared for service starting tomorrow. Besides, I got this scar fighting for you. It's almost like a medal or something. When I thought you were going to be killed for real, my reflexes kicked in. I reacted without thinking. It doesn't mean I've stopped being jealous of you. But come on, I can't help but look up to you. If I'd had the guts to run away from home, I wonder if I would have cared as little about my crest as you do yours. If I could have escaped, I would have tried. I'd leave behind House Gautier and the life of a nobleman and anybody who knew I had a crest. Our home is to the very north of the kingdom. Just across the mountains from us is land inhabited by foreigners to Fodlan.
C'est Free Fire. Free Fire!
It once belonged to Fargus, but now that the kingdom has collapsed, it's only a matter of time until fighting breaks out. Anyway, that land has been contested for centuries, and all that time, it has fallen to House Gautier to protect it. Actually, our Lance of Ruin has been doing most of the protecting. Those were dangerous times. One wrong step, and we would have lost our relic to the church. My father was afraid that the church would try to keep the lance, so he entrusted it to me. If an emergency arose, I was supposed to be called back home. I guess those very situations are why my family values crests so much. Since I bear a crest, my parents made sure I was never left wanting. My older brother didn't have one, so when I was born, he was pushed aside.
Mais on le sait, ça.
You know, he once shoved me in a well. He left me on the mountainside in the middle of winter, too. Even as a little kid, I understood why he was like that. My mere existence stole everything from him. I have no right to complain when I am surrounded by people who would give anything to bear a crest. But now, women smile at me for the same reason my parents adore me, and my brother wanted me dead. And I have to meet them all with a smile and a wink, because I have a crest. Yeah, it's late to admit it, but I get you. It would be best just to tell them to heap their empty praise elsewhere. Anyway, it was pretty unreasonable of me to resent you, and I want to say thank you, Professor. Seriously. Before I met you, I'd gone my whole life not knowing there was another way for me to live. So, from the bottom of my heart, I'm glad we met.
Avec un petit clin d'œil. Cling.
Thank you for inviting me.
Tu es devenu plus moche qu'avant.
Thank you.
Je te préfère avant, hein, sérieux. Je vais pas retourner à ce que t'étais avant, s'il te plaît.
It's a bit hot.
Ah, c'est meilleur chaud le thé. Allez, les ragots entre filles. Oh, cette discussion catastrophique. Oh là là, j'en ai pas eu un quoi.
Thank you for the treat.
Ah, on reste sur du classique alors. D'accord. On va pouvoir faire des suprêmes. On va pouvoir faire des Dark Sasuke.
Finally, I notched a win against you. Oh, please. When we spar, I feel like I'm revisiting my past. It's like training with my brother. He always won. Always. And died before I could win a single bout. From the first time I held a sword, all I wanted was to surpass him. And that's what drove me to become so strong. Perhaps it's absurd to say such a thing. I've spent all these years training for a duel with a corpse. Yes, I suppose I did. I can never again spar with my brother. Not unless he climbs out of his grave. Still, I continue my endless pursuit of strength. Maybe because I have a new opponent to measure myself against. You, obviously. I beat you this time, but when we next cross swords, who knows what— It was a close match, not a crushing victory. I know that I can do better. I will surpass you in strength. Just what I was hoping you'd say. Anyway, thank you for helping me find an answer to the—
Mon gars sûr. Mon gars sûr. Putain, y a rien de détruit, putain, c'est relou. Oh. Putain, mais ils auraient pu faire des efforts, quoi. Et Bernadette qui est toujours dans sa chambre, quoi. 5 ans plus tard, enfermée pendant 5 ans dans sa chambre. Oh, comme elle est mignonne maintenant.
My lonely paradise. Huh? Professor? You didn't hear that just now, did you? Oh, forget it.
Exercice avancé. Je sais même pas c'est quoi, hein. Attendez.
Maybe.
Tu vas me dire qu'en 5 ans, vous avez pas eu le temps de faire pousser plus que ça? Non mais va falloir vous tirer les doigts du cul, hein. Si c'est moi qui commande maintenant, c'est fini, hein, les siestes jusqu'à la fin de la journée. Hein. Et on se tire les doigts du cul! Non, y a personne dans les chambres là.
No.
Ouais, mais enfin, mettre des escabeaux, c'est bien, mais il fallait mettre de la destruction sur les bâtiments, quoi. Faire des petits trous, faire des trucs. Changer 2-3 gars, parce que là, le responsable, c'est exactement le même. Attraper le colosse mystérieux, poisson légendaire qui est apparu. Bien sûr, c'est parti. J'adore attraper des colosses légendaires apparus dans la piscine.
I'd given up on ever seeing you again. Anyway, now that we're reunited in the land of the living, I must. That's right. I promised the captain I'd protect you in his stead.
Welcome. Will this one do? Many thanks. Will this one do? Many thanks. Will this one do? Many thanks.
Je suis pas convaincu par les trucs des héros, mais...
Will this one do? Many thanks. Come back soon.
Welcome. This one? This one? Thank you. This one? This one? Thank you. This one? Thank you. Please come again.
Hello there. This one, yes?
Il me faudrait plein...
This one, yes?
Il y a des poissons à attraper et ça fait 5 ans que j'ai pas mangé et il va faire faim. Hein.
This one, yes? I thank you. This one, yes? I thank you. Return soon, please.
On me dire, je dois avoir un peu de thunes.
Welcome. This one? Thank you. Please come again.
Ça me fait un peu bizarre de me dire que on a monté des Wedway jusqu'à là pour rien.
What do you require? Do you want to hire this battalion? Do you want to hire the...
We'll take on...
Do you want to hire this battalion? Do you want to hire this...
We will...
Do you want to hire this do you want to hire...
Ready?
Do you want to hire this battalion? Do you want to hire...
We will see it.
Do you want to hire this...
We'll protect...
Do you want to hire this...
We'll...
Do you want to hire this battalion? Do you want to hire this... Do you want to hire...
We've got you.
Farewell.
Hey there. Come back anytime.
Come back anytime.
Oh. Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. You know,
Ta voix a pas changé en 5 ans. Hein.
able to greet you like that. I almost died as well in the battle 5 years ago. Even if the Death Knight shows up, I'll be sure to... Well...
Ah, entraîne-toi un petit peu, s'il te plaît.
Professor.
Oh, H.
Oh, hey, Professor. Actually, I ran into that thief while I was shopping just now.
Ah oui, c'est vrai, celui qui avait volé le livre.
Maybe you don't remember. It's been quite a while. The man who stole the book from that market stall. I saw him on the street with his kid. They were both so grateful. It's a really nice feeling. Yeah, but... It did seem like they were still having trouble getting by. I guess what you said to me back then was right. My actions didn't really solve the problem. I can't help everyone no matter how much I try. If I had the money or power, maybe, but I don't. You know, a long time ago, Leonardo said nearly the same thing to me. I think it was when I tried to look after the horses all on my own. I really messed that up. He said, "You're not quite ready for this yet, but there's no need to rush." I know I can't help very many people right now. But I think doing what I can for those I see in front of me is still worthwhile. I have to believe that, at least. Thanks. That's reassuring to hear. What about you, Professor? Has anything been troubling you lately? I'd be happy to help, as long as it's not looking after horses. You might not want to trust me with that. I genuinely enjoy helping people. It's a great feeling making someone smile. So if there's anything I can do for you, I want to do it, because I care. You think so? It's just what anyone would do, really. So what'll it be? How? Of course! I'd be glad to cook with you.
Même l'échelle, elle est encore là 5 ans plus tard.
Professor.
Professor.
Non, Ingrid, tu me déçois. C'est quoi cette tenue?
For bothering you so late. I just Thank you. You see, I've been feeling conflicted about my future. It may seem petty to worry about such things in the middle of a war like this. This isn't something I open up about with many people. Feeling such a sense of inner turmoil while a war rages on and others are fighting. The truth is, I've wanted to be a knight ever since I was a small child. Not just any knight, like one you might find serving within the castle guard. However, my father has always had different plans for me. He wants me to marry for the benefit of the Galatine. Defying my father feels wrong. I've seen how he struggled over his burden has always been far greater than any I've had to bear myself. While he fed me extravagant meals, he subsisted on meager portions and watered-down soups. He never once complained, even though he must have been starving. Knowing